Today I am going to make the number 12 snowflake, which is this big one. But what I did first is, this is my number 11 snowflake that I made with a size 5 hook. And because I'm trying to master my hobby, I know that the smaller the hook, the harder it is to get through the chains and stuff. And in these snowflakes, there's a lot of going through chains. So I made another 11 with a size 1-2 hook. It says, I'm assuming that's 7.5 millimeters. This one doesn't have millimeters. The snowflake is only ever so slightly bigger than the first one. So I'm going to upgrade to a bigger hook to making the snowflakes more pleasurable for me. So that's my 2 11s, but today is 12, and we're going to set that 5 out of the way and see what they want for 12. Oops, which is this one right here. It says chain 6 and join to form a ring. Wonder what I need to put in it. On my 11, I didn't like the size of the center. It doesn't have very much in it. I might only do a chain 4 to make it a little bit smaller and not quite such a big center. We'll try that. Round 1, chain 6. Oh my gosh, it'd help if I counted. My goodness. 1, 2, 3. Double in the ring. Maybe it's too small. I gotta find it. There we go. Chain 3, double all the way around so that you have 6 loops. That's 3. There's 4. This one will be a join in the 3rd chain of the beginning 6. This is where the proof in the pudding for the bigger hook comes in. Oh yes, well, maybe I spoke too soon, but let's see. I like to get both loops of the chain. I don't know if it matters. That's just a personal preference. And oh, I did get it. Woohoo! Okay. There's my slip stitch. So, round 1. Like that. Okay, round 2. Chain 4. I think this is where the bigger hook is going to come in, because they want me to double in the same stitch, which I've already got a stitch in the chain, so it makes it a little bit tight. Half double, single, half double in the next chain 3 space. So that's anywhere. Half double, oh, single, half double. Double, chain 1, double in the next double, 1, double, and then a round. So I'll be right back after that round is complete. Okay, I have just completed round 2, and where I joined to the chain, it's a little, the chain is a little too tall, but maybe in the future I'll change to a standing double rather than a chain. Okay, it says slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet in the first chain 1 space. Slip stitch, chain 1, single, chain 6, double, chain, oh that's, I hope that's a 1. I think that's a 1. My photocopy is cut off. Slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. So chain 6, 4, 5, 6, double, chain 1, slip stitch. So 1, let's see, 3. So it'll be this one. I'm going to maybe get in that chain where I want to be. Double. Dropped it all. Try again. Oh, where was I? Okay, double, chain 1, slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook, chain 3, single in the next chain 1 space, which will be over here. Chain 6, double, that was a 2. I'm gonna have to go back and fix it because this one's double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. So I should have chained 2 back here instead of 1. So I'm gonna go back and fix that. So get rid of my chain there. 1, 2, and then slip stitch. Okay, then chain 3, single in the next chain 1 space, and then be a responsible pattern owner so that I don't have to go through that again and make this a 2. Perfect. Okay, chain 6. I should have already had, I know better than 2, just guess. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double, chain 2, slip stitch, chain 3, and a single. Okay, I have to do that 4 more times. I will be right back. Is it kind of even? Yeah, I'll say that's even. I'll be right back. Alright, there is round 3. I have 1 more round to go. It starts with a chain 11, which counts as the first double crochet plus a chain 8. 11. Okay. Now I have kinds of repeats going on here. It says double chain 2 slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. So I kind of pulled one of my chains shut. Let's see if we can make that better. Maybe. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to double right here. Oops. I dropped it. Chain 2, slip stitch, in the 3rd chain from hook. Slip stitch in next 2 chains. 1. I'm already grateful for the bigger hook. It's not super simple, but it is, as I struggle with this one, better than the last hook, which was significantly smaller than this one. Okay, slip stitch in the next 2 chains. Chain 6, 4, 5, 6. Single in the 5th chain from the hook. Twice. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't need to yarn over. I need to single in the 5th chain from the hook. Okay. Chain 5. Slip stitch, I don't know where. I'm going to jump down here to this chain 5. I have to read it because I don't know what I'm doing. In the 5th chain from the hook twice. Chain 5, slip stitch somewhere. My pattern got cut off. Maybe in the 4th chain. I'm not sure. It just says slip stitch on the next one. Chain 4, slip stitch. Oh, I see. Gotta keep reading. Slip stitch, chain 4, slip stitch in the top of the single just made. So this is the single I just made right here. So I'm going to slip stitch, chain 4 and slip stitch again where I just slip stitched. Okay, that makes sense. And then slip stitch in the remaining chain of the previous chain 6. So this is my previous chain 6 right here. So this is my last chain from that one. A slip stitch there. In the previous slip stitch chain 6, chain 4, slip stitch on top of the next single. Where was my next single? Oh, nope, nope. I think I went too far. Pull that out. I think I need to, I need to slip stitch in this chain of the first chain 6. And then in this single, I need to do it all again. So I'm going to slip stitch into this single, which is hard to see. That's right here. I'm gonna slip stitch, chain 4, two, whoops, 3, 4, slip stitch in that single again, which is right here. And then slip stitch in the remaining chain of that chain 6, chain 5, double, chain 2, slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. I don't know how people come up with these patterns, to be honest with you. I know it makes sense as I'm doing it, but I feel lost already. Double, chain 2, slip stitch there. Okay, that's slip stitch in the next 2 chains. Oops. There's one more right here. My door's open and my window's open because it's a beautiful day today, and the sunshine is coming in through the front door, which is hitting my glass, giving us this sparkly over here. Okay. And slip stitch in the those change in the remaining 3 chains of the previous chain, and in the remaining 3 chains of the previous chain 8. One. I had to straighten it out. I kind of had it twisted up in my hand. You don't want it twisted when you're doing this, because you end up with a funny little wonky spot in your snowflake. Nobody wants a wonky spot in their snowflake. Okay. Then double in the same single crochet as the last round, which would be, yeah, double. So in this one over here, which is the next one. I can't find it, but that's where it is. The sun is really bright. Nope, I missed. Let me try again. I'm only getting half of it. There we go. That shouldn't have been so difficult. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. Look at that massive stitch. That's not okay. Let's fix that. Into my double right here. Strangling my little guy. No, strangle. There we go. Okay. So what we have is this little tree guy over our little decorative thing. I don't know. Oh, that'll stretch out enough. I was like, that's not going to stretch out enough to be able to see that. See, it's inside there. I don't feel like that's enough. Oh, well, probably because I forgot a step. What did I forget? Previously chain. Double in the same single. Huh. It just says double right there, but I don't think that double is big enough. Maybe it is. It's a double on the other side because it's a chain 3. Okay. That's what it's going to look like. I guess mine looks like that. Yeah, I got my 2 little tree guys. Alright, I'll be back when I get to the end of the round. This one's going to take me a while. Well, I finished this first wing, and now I need to do the second wing. It seems so tight over the top of this little thing, but maybe it'll stretch out some when and also I don't think it's in the right place, because when I look at this, I'm over the top of that, and I shouldn't be. I should be over here, straight down, and I'm not. So I'm going to pull out this section right here. Just that section right there, except for I don't know where I'm at now. Maybe I'll pull the whole thing out and start this round again, because I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Also, I'll turn around. Okay, there I am at the beginning of round 4. Let's try this again. Chain 11. Try to chain it a little bit looser than I did last time. It was not 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And also, because this spins around a lot in my hands, I'm going to put a little piece of string on the top so that I don't have to think about it. I'll just know where the top is. Okay, a little cheater mark there. I'm on the wrong side of my loop. Okay, chain 11 counts as first double plus chain 8. Double, chain 2, slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. Double, chain 2, slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. Okay, slip stitch in the next 2 chains. 1, 2, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single in the 5th chain from the hook. A bit sloppy. There we go. Twice. My fingers aren't cooperating today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single right here. Okay. Slips. I think that's a stitch. Slip stitch, chain 4, and slip stitch in top of the single just made. So here's my single that I just made. Single, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a single in the same place. Slip stitch in the next remaining chain of the previous chain 6. So that would be right here. I kind of pulled it tight. I didn't mean to do that. Right there. What am I doing there? Slip stitch. Okay, that gives me my little 3. Slip stitch in the remaining chain of the previous chain 6. Slip stitch, chain 4, slip stitch in the top of the next single, which would be right there from my last chain 6. My single is so stretched out, I don't know why. It doesn't want to. Let's see if I can't pinch it so it stays right there. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 4, and then I need another slip stitch in that same spot. And to not drop my slip stitch. Come back. Maybe. Nope. Opened it up completely. There we go. Slip stitch. Slip stitch in the remaining chain of that. So that would be the next chain of that. Chain 6, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double, chain 2, slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. Right here. Double, chain 2, slip stitch, slip stitch in the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the remaining 3 chains of the previous. See, now I gotta get this all flat where it belongs so that I'm going the right way and I'm not twisted up. So right here is my chain 8 because it's the top of my chain 11 that counted as a double, and my chain 8, 1, 2, 3. This is where I went wrong last time. It's the same single crochet and I went to the next one. So now I want to chain 8. 1, no, I want to double and do that. I want to double in the same, but see now I'm twisted up. Let's go back over here so I'm not twisted up. And I want to double right here. That's where I made my mistake last time. Ah, see, that looks better. Kind of. My chain is chunky. I feel like I have more than a chain 3 there. I'm going to do one more single, even though it didn't say that. And this arm will probably be too long. But I feel like I have too much right there. Or maybe I'm not in the top of my double. No, I'm going to do one more to make it the same height. I watched another gal, she's always changing the pattern. I don't like that, I'm going to change the pattern. And I'm like, don't change the pattern. Do what it says. And here I am, changing the pattern. My gosh. Okay, well that's better though, because now they're kind of the same height. Yeah, they're the same height now. So this one will end up being, oh no, I think they'll all be the same height. Okay, so there is this first leg. And that's where I made my mistake last time, is I did not go back to this double. I went over here to this double and it just didn't look right. So now I need to chain 9. Let's try that. Oop, too big. There, too big. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chain 9. Double in the 3rd chain from the hook. 2, 3. Chain 3. 2, 3. Double, chain 2, slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. Part of this is where I think that charts help a lot if you can read them, because I would have seen where I needed to go with some of those stitches that were a little bit confusing to me. And in the free loop of the next chain at the base of the previous double. So hold on. So I made that. I need to do a double. Not in the next loop, in this loop of the previous double. Double, chain 2, and a slip stitch. Does that look right? That does look right. Okay, and then slip stitch in the next chain. That would be this one. Chain 5. Skip the next 2 chain 3 spaces, and double in the next single in the round. I don't really consider that, I guess that is 2 chain 3 spaces. Chain 8 and repeat from the star 4 times more. So that is the first, my tail out of the way, 2 parts. So one of these and one of these. I can see that now. Okay, I will be back when I get back around and we'll see how this turned out now that I understand what I'm doing. Okay, I am still not happy with it. I don't like the way this one looks compared to this one, which is only half done. But this one has this really prominent top on it, like their picture does, and this one does not. And so I guess I made a mistake there. I don't know. I can't seem to figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing. So I made it out of yarn so that it would be easier to see, and it definitely should have a really prominent top on it. So I'm going to pull this out and start again, and I'll be back maybe with a completed snowflake. I'll probably complete the yellow one too, just for giggles, because I got this far. We'll see. I will be back. Okay, 3 is a charm, maybe. I'm happy with that one. So the lesson here is, this is a slow process. Got to think about what you're doing. And it's so wordy through here that you have to go slow and pay attention to where you're at. I almost feel like I should highlight each little section in a different color so I know what color I'm working on. But there's the first arm correct, finally. And I'm happy with it. It looks like the one I made in yarn that was a lot easier to make. So I'm going to keep going and see if we can't get some success with this snowflake that is giving me so much grief. I'll be back. Okay, I finally finished it. I must have done each arm 3 times. I don't know why. Just usually I can hold a pattern in my head. And for whatever reason, this one was difficult for me. But that's okay. There it is. Done. I am not going to finish the yellow one. Can't think of a single purpose for it, so I'll just pull it out later. I'm going to find my needle and tie this off. And then we'll starch it and it'll be finished. It was not the easiest snowflake I have ever made. I've made quite a few snowflakes in my life. Obviously I made the first 11 in this book before I got here. And actually I didn't. That's a lie. I skipped the first 2 because they're 3-dimensional and I wasn't in the mood. I'm going to do those last. But I don't know. This one was just a little bit on the rough side for me. Hard time with it. Hopefully not all the rest of them are that hard. And we will see. Okay. Here we go. I want to keep that on there, but I'm worried that when I starch it, it'll stain my snowflake, which would be a bummer. So maybe I'll put a piece of white on the front instead, so that I can just pull it out after I get on the starch. Sometimes I have a hard time with seeing the front. I mean, if you look at the stitches, it's obvious, or it should be obvious, but sometimes when it's starchy, it's hard to tell. So, starching board and starch. It's just sticky. I just keep it in a Ziploc bag because it's easier that way. I forgot my wet paper towel though. I'll let that soak and go get a wet paper towel. Oh, everything's falling down behind me. I'm happy I switched crochet hooks. I think that was a good choice. I don't know if I could have made it with a smaller hook, given how much trouble I had with the bigger hook. Set that off to the side. Find my top here. I'm going to go with the big pattern. Pull out my little extra string. I didn't draw my patterns very well. Something I should redo in the future. When starching a snowflake like this, you need to be careful that the arms aren't flipped over when you starch them. Otherwise it looks funny afterwards. I'm just gonna see if I can't find the center of that and give it a little tug. Thinking about upgrading my little starching box system to a piece of styrofoam instead of a box. I mean, the box works fine, but sometimes I have a difficult time getting the pins in. I think maybe styrofoam would be easier. I think you could measure doing the snowflake. I never have. I've always kind of eyeballed it. You know, snowflake and all that. They're not. No two snowflakes are alike. So they say. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Do this arm right here. See if that's on that, then this kind of comes over here in the middle, and this one is twisted up, but it would kind of come. This one goes on this arm, kind of comes right here, like that. That doesn't look right. I probably messed that up and didn't do it correctly, because that seems to be the theme of this snowflake. How many ways can I do it wrong? It's about mastering. It's not about perfection. Mastering means practice. And again, no two snowflakes are alike, so I guess it's okay. Well, this arm looks really long and this arm looks really short. So obviously I did that wrong as well. I could probably count it and tell you how bad I messed that up. I'm going to pin this down on this line. Pin this one down on this line. And then pull this one up between the two. That's going to need to be readjusted a little bit. Probably don't have enough pins either. Well, that's the process of pinning. Way back when I didn't realize I had such a big glare right there. So just whoop, to look like that so you can see it. I will be back when it's done and ready to unpin. My snowflake is dry now. Like an incredible number of pins in here. I'm hoping that it looks good when I get it pulled apart. Try to stretch it out correctly. I don't know if there's a correctly. I tried to stretch it out well. Let's just put it that way. Oops. Oh, my pin just broke. To tape that up and throw it in the garbage, I guess. Not one of my big pins. That's a big pin. I use these other pins when I block my crochet squares or crochet work that's not snowflakes. It doesn't matter. I just they usually live in a different room. But if I'm going to be doing big snowflakes, I either need to get a bigger set of pins, or they're just not going to live in another room anymore, I guess. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Almost done. Oh, another one. I wonder if I can put them back together. Or if I should put them back together. I don't know. Maybe I have put them back together in the past and that's why they keep falling apart. But I have the cutest pair of channel locks right here that I keep in my embroidery kit. Uh-oh. Can't get a hold of it though. There we go. That's good for pulling when my wrong box. I use it for all kinds of stuff, but just handy. It's good for pulling stuff like that. Tends to get a better grip on needles than I do sometimes. Okay. Throwing stuff around. There it is. Oh, I have a little beetle right there. Crawling around. Not sure where he came from. See if I can't motivate him to go live somewhere else. Be right back. Okay, he's been released to the outside. There's my snowflake, and I have already lost my book, so I can't compare to the picture. Not on that page. Did I put it back? Nope, here it is. Number 12. Let's see. I'd say they're pretty darn close to each other. This one was a bit of a struggle, but it's done. Yay!